Welcome to An Exile. I'm covering this GOP oversight channel here on YouTube. This is a committee hearing. This is Twitter's role in suppressing the Biden laptop story as told by, and this is Republicans versus Democrats, with Republicans challenging Twitter and Democrats largely defending them. But here's Marjorie Taylor Greene's portion, which I thought was fantastic.
Chairman, Mr. Baker, Ms. Gaddy, Mr. Roth, and Ms. Navaroli, you can consider your speech canceled during my time because you canceled mine. You see, you permanently banned my personal Twitter account, and it was my campaign account also.
Boom. These are 4 Twitter employees, some of them ex-employees because Elon Musk fired them. And Marjorie Taylor Greene is having her time to finally face her accusers who canceled her account.
So let's talk about election interference, shall we? January 2nd, 2002, you permanently banned my Twitter account. This was the account that I would put my campaign ads on, raise money on, fight back when attacked with lies, and be able to talk to my voters in my district. But you banned it. And then let me explain. My account was not reinstated until November 21st, 2022. That was after my election on November 8th.
This goes to the heart of free speech, and this really is something that every media platform on the internet has to deal with. Basically, it becomes an in-kind donation to your opposition if you get removed from a platform. They get the free media, and you can't, your voice is silenced. You can't even give a counter argument unless you go to some other platform that, let's face it, no one uses them. This says a lot about Marjorie Taylor Greene in that she didn't give up, even though Twitter removed her microphone and she still won her election. That's how bad the Democrat candidates are, is even when they have the full weaponization of mainstream media, they still can't win.
You know, at your company or your former company where you worked, Twitter employees, over 98% of them donate to Democrats.
This 98% donation to Democrat Party is why everyone on social media has concern. How can you expect to be treated fairly? And I've been treated pretty fairly here on YouTube. I got to say that. I've had a lot of interaction with them specifically about my politics and about if my channel is being shadow banned, and I got answers from their live chat support saying they're looking at it, there's nothing there. So overall, in my case, and I'm being very careful not to go against the terms of service, but you can see how a Democrat could interpret the terms of service to go after almost anyone. And that's our concern.
So while you coordinated with DHS, the FBI, the CIA, our government, and outside groups to permanently shadow ban conservative Americans and candidates like me and the former president of the United States, President Donald J. Trump.
This is one of the big points brought up at this committee hearing because Trump, his account was removed, and the Ayatollah of Iran, his account was allowed to remain, and he's obviously said terrible things against Israel, the worst things you can say. And you also have Roth, who worked at Twitter, who apologized, but he had called Trump the worst kind of name that you can say.
You were censoring and wrongfully violating our First Amendment free speech rights. Guess what? None of you hold security clearances. None of you are elected, and none of you represent 750,000 people like I do.
This is a big question about social media. Number one, is it fair? Can 98% Democrat don't, and by the way, it went up to 99% in the last election. Can they be fair? Could you be fairly, if the entire right wing was in charge of these companies, would it be fair?
Let's explain. 52 United States Law 10101. No person shall intimidate, threaten, coerce, or attempt to stop any other person for the purpose of interfering with their rights to vote, or to vote as he may choose, You didn't shadow ban or permanently ban my Democrat opponent. No, you did that to me, and that was wrong, and it was against the law.
Well, we're going to find out if it's against the law after this hearing, because that's what the whole point of it is. And by the way, they have a whole line of Democrats coming out and defending Twitter. They made very interesting arguments. I'll give you a summary of their arguments. The majority is that Twitter is a private company, and private companies are much like private people. They're allowed to remove content and not allow speech wherever they want. Their terms of service can be whatever they choose as a company. Now, they're not held to the same standard that a certain Colorado cake company is held to, where he has to bake a cake for someone. Does Twitter have to platform speech it disagrees with? I'll keep you guys posted on how this develops. This is a 4-hour hearing that I watched. There's a ton of material, but I just wanted to give you guys this great Marjorie Taylor Greene testimony. I'm Doug in Exile. We're still alive here on YouTube.